Hey, how's it going? So, welcome to one of these videos where I'll be doing a screen record and looking at some of the latest pre-orders. There's some interesting stuff been announced over the past week. Some stuff I wasn't even aware of because I mainly follow Arrow when they do their every end of the month on the last Friday of the month where they do all their future announcements for in a couple of months' time. I normally follow Arrow, but all the other labels, I just, when they come up for pre-order on the different sites, I just notice them then. And I've started with Radiance because there's such an interesting couple of titles being released by them, and one I've decided to start on is Daughters of Darkness, which is actually a fairly good vampiric film. It's a good vampire movie from the 70s. I have the Blue Underground release, but I'm definitely going to be upgrading this one because this new edition from Radiance looks absolutely just gorgeous. Like, look at it with the blues and the great cover, and Radiance do a fantastic job as well. I mean, I bought their Messiah of Evil limited edition Blu-ray and Haxon, which was a limited edition Blu-ray. I bought both of them, and I've got another Radiance edition as well. I think it's I forget now. It's Mario Bava's Planet of the Vampires, isn't it? That one. But I'm definitely going to get Daughters of Darkness. I have seen this film before a couple of times. Yeah, it's very good. Good, vampire movie set in Europe. We will have a look at this cool looking release. More to come on this edition as well. I'll be looking at some of the latest Indicator Powerhouse announcements, as well as 88 Films who have announced quite a lot last week. The end of last week, I did notice on their Instagram they've actually announced quite an influx of new movies making their debut on Blu-ray in the UK. This is another one making its debut on Blu-ray in the UK. Blu-ray and 4K, should I say. I've pulled up the 4K edition, the UHD and Blu-ray limited edition, which is $29.99. As you probably can guess, I've already pre-ordered it, but this one's limited to 5,000 copies. It's got quite a bit of information on there. It comes with an 80-page limited edition book and much more. A Euro horror classic. There's some of the details. Obviously there'll be more artwork underneath there, which is that. So without the J card, that's the artwork. Looks really nice. Love the whole blue tint. It's not necessarily the most violent movie or anything. I mean, it's a good vampire film, but I find it a little bit more with it, I found that it had a little bit more subtlety than a lot of films, but it was a good watch. Perhaps more of like a vampire kind of drama. Not so much like I say, there's not so much like violence in there. Obviously, it does have its moments, but this edition just looks fantastic. There's the back with that image, and I can't wait to rewatch this one in 4K as well. Just browsing through the artworks, guys. I'll get flowing soon. So you've got your limited edition Blu-ray with the same box is $22.99. Roughly £7 more. You can get the 4K, which also has the Blu-ray. So let's have a look at it. $29.99 is the retail price. This item is available to pre-order. Please note that your payment will be taken immediately and that the item will be dispatched just before the listed release date. This is, of course, if you order from Radiance. I don't really need to read that. I will read the synopsis and we'll look at the specs. I ordered this from HMV, so I didn't actually order directly from Radiance. I have ordered from Radiance before when I got Messiah of Evil, and yeah, I found that a good experience. I mean, I got the movie a few days before release, and yeah, no complaints with ordering from Radiance. It's just I thought I'd go HMV. So you have newlyweds, Stefan and Valerie, are travelling through Europe when they make a detour to a deserted seaside hotel. Sorry about that, guys. Slight mess up on the video, so I'll just get everything set up again. There will be a quick cut there, as you've seen. So as I was reading the synopsis, it's the enigmatic Countess Bathory Delphine Sirig. Lots of hard to pronounce names there. I did struggle with the word enigmatic, like enigma. Enigmatic. Okay. Start reading more. I need to read more. And her mysterious companion, Loina, whose unsettling charm and aristocratic poise Mask of Deadly Intent, a Euro horror classic. Daughters of Darkness is an opulent fever dream. Yeah, I thought it has very kind of odd visuals. It's very 70s. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. It's got that kind of 70s aesthetic where things look a bit dreamy and a bit odd, weaving a sapphic subtext and feminist undercurrent beneath its baroque surface. Thematically rich, Harry Kummel's vampire tale transcends convention and is presented in a stunning 4K restoration for the first time in the UK. So it's making its first debut on 4K in the UK and Blu-ray, as it happens. You've got the 4K restoration from the original camera negative by Blue Underground. So this will be the Blue Underground 4K restoration on the new Radiance edition. That 4K of the Blue Underground edition, the Blue Underground 4K of Daughters of Darkness has been out for a while now. It's been a few years. I think that's been out for about 3 years. I've nearly picked that up, but I had the Blu-ray, so I stuck with that. 4K UHD with Dolby Vision HDR and Blu-ray presentation of the feature. Audio commentary by authors Virginie Salvi and Lindsay Hallam. And new interview with director Harry Kummel, that should be interesting. Archival interviews, on-set footage with Harry Kummel and stuntman Thierry Hallaert. Sorry, I'm terrible with some of these names. Behind-the-scenes footage of Delphine Seyrig shooting a scene from the film, and an interview with Harry Kummel from 1971. Interview with critic and author Kim Newman. Immortal Tales, Daughters of Darkness, Class, Cruelty and Cinematic Legacy. So lots of featurettes, limited edition 80-page perfect bound book featuring new writings. This edition, by the way, is limited to 5,000 copies. Radiance will do a standard 4K and Blu-ray, when these are sold out. Regions A, B and C, so it's all region, and that includes the Blu-ray, I think, as well. Here's a quote from the Radio Times. Explicitly sexual and violent, the haunting atmosphere, Seyrig's brilliant performance, and the always striking imagery make this European chiller a stunning masterwork. It really is a good movie. I remember it being rather good. They've said it's rather violent, but I thought it was a little bit subtle. I wouldn't go in expecting balls to the wall blood or anything out of this one, although it is a vampire film. But if you're looking for a really good kind of vampiric Euro kind of horror / kind of drama piece, check it out, because I've pre-ordered this one. It looks that good. That's Daughters of Darkness, coming to Blu-ray and 4K from Radiance. I forget what the date was now. It's in October, 13th of October this year. This Daughters of Darkness release will be available. So I thought I'd look at Scream Factory next on Shout Factory. There's me in the corner there. I'm not that used to having me on screen when I do these videos yet, but Shout Factory have announced a lot of stuff as well. Obviously with Scream Factory you get a lot of stuff that's released in, different territories that Shout Factory put out in the US. Though it's like Species, they've done the 4K of Species. 88 Films have just done an even nicer limited edition set, which will probably be the same transfer as the Shout Factory Scream Factory. But that's what I'm saying, is it's not always worth getting the Scream Factory editions. They do some lovely stuff and they have some great transfers on their UHDs, but a lot of the time now importing's becoming less and less relevant because all the labels in the different territories are scooping up properties and releasing them in their own territory. So sometimes importing's becoming a little bit less vital nowadays. But there is some interesting stuff coming out. They've got an Ouija, Steelbook. I think that's what's already out. I'm trying to look. They've got Nosferatu, the Klaus Kinski version from the 70s coming out. That's a collector's edition. This is the store exclusive. With some of these artworks they're doing for the store exclusives are just awful as well. I mean, that looks nice, the original. You get both of these. So in this collector's edition set, which you can only buy directly from the Shout Factory website, you get 2 posters. You get that. If I can just get off it, you get that poster, Nosferatu the Vampire, and you get 2 slip covers. Well, I think the original artwork there, which the cursor's over, looks much nicer. That new artwork there looks horrible. You're telling me you're going to pay premium price for that? That looks awful. But some of them are nice. I thought they did a nice job with the alternative slip and poster for Night of the Comet on 4K. That's one Scream Factory did do very, very well, I have to say. You've got a Chinese Ghost Story trilogy coming out from Shout Factory. Hong Kong Gamblers and Gangsters. Nightbreed. I think Nightbreed might be out. I'm not too sure. Nightbreed is out Hold on. I'm just trying to... What? I think they've got the wrong date here. I'm not quite... I know Americans display their dates a little bit different, but that's saying ships by the... Okay, ships by the 1st of August 2023. That doesn't make a lot of sense. I assume this is already out or it's coming out. But anyway, they're doing Nightbreed. And look at that compared to that alternative artwork. That just looks amazing. Like, don't get me wrong, the original's good as well. But that new alternative artwork looks really cool. It's like a collage of, like, various characters, including David Cronenberg's serial killer character from the film. But they're doing Nightbreed on 4K. I'm sure Arrow will do that in the UK at some point. End of Days getting a 4K release from Shout. That one's out on the 7th of October this year. They've got this set. So on the actual Shout Factory website, so say for example you're in the US or Canada, you can actually order directly from them, which is great because you can get these sets. Like, you get the 25th anniversary edition with 2 exclusive posters and an exclusive slipcover. So there's your original to the left, and then your right's the new one, which looks very nice. I know I kind of bashed that Nosferatu slip, but that the End of Days alternative does look nice. I come here for a specific release anyway. Obviously Shout Factory Scream have just released their Mario Barber collection, which looks very, very lovely, but I have covered that on one of these episodes before. But they're also doing Black Sunday, which was a part of that set, which was an all Blu-ray set. And now Scream Factory, roughly around the same time, give a couple of months, they're releasing Black Sunday on 4K. That's so weird. They couldn't put the Black Sunday 4K in the Mario Barber set, which costs like $100+. But anyway, Scream Factory doing Black Sunday. I actually have this on 4K. I actually have a European release from Cult. I think it's is it Cult Films or something? I have a European Italian release, I believe, of Black Sunday. So I already have the 4K of this, so I probably won't get the Shout Factory, but this will be a better version than what I have. And I have to admit, it's got more special features than the 4K I have. I have a good 4K of this, but it's not quite Scream Factory levels of detail with the features, because I've got like new 4K restoration from the original camera negative. Not sure if that'll be different to the one I've got. I might actually sell my one and get this. I think I'll do that actually, guys. I think I'll sell my European Black Sunday 4K and get the Scream Factory, because this looks like a more stacked edition. The artwork's about the same, featuring the original poster, and such a good film, Black Sunday, as well. What year is it from? Is it like it's 1960? Yeah, 1960. Great Mario Barber classic. Of course, it's all black and white. You know, it's got some brilliant scenes in the crypt. You got some. A lot of it looks like it is kind of like shot on a stage, like a sound stage or something, or on sets. It is that kind of movie where obviously I believe they have shot on a lot of sets. But it's very well done. It's quite a beautiful film as well. 17th century. Yeah, the evil Princess Asia. So she comes back from the dead. She's kind of summoned. You know, there's a reason for that. She manages to become resurrected. And they've got to prevent her from getting her hands on the on the local people. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like Black Sunday. It's an interesting one. Like I say there, it does look like a lot of it's shot on like sets and things. So this is new 4K restoration, as it says. Audio, that's just the audio specs. You can see that yourself. I don't really have to go on reading that. 4K restoration from the original camera negative. Audio is English DTS HD Master, audio English with English SDH subtitles, audio commentaries, loads of those, trailers from hell, interview with filmmaker Larry Cohen, that would be quite an interesting watch, international trailer, US trailer, not US trailer, poster gallery and TV spot. This is 2 discs. You have a 4K and a Blu-ray with the international version on. Disc 1 has the 4K and the international version. Disc 2 is the Blu-ray with the international version on, and all those special feature extras. Subtitles English. The film's from 1960. The Blu-ray, with it being Scream Factory, is region A locked, but the 4K will be region 3, I'd assume. Not rated, so no certification. Language English, aspect ratio 1.66:1, and the runtime is 87 minutes. So it's not even overly long, Black Sunday, but I'm very tempted to buy this release. Although the 4K that I have is a very nice transfer, I must say. It does. I think it's an Italian edition. I'll have to check that. I bought this last year though, about September. I found it. There was an Italian version of Black Sunday, but it's so good anyway. Regardless of that, it's so cool to see a lot of these Mario Bava films getting 4K. I love that new set that Screen Factory have put out, but I'm very reluctant to pick it up. It'll be in the best sellers probably. No. Yeah, see, this is what they've recently released. A huge Mario Bava limited deluxe edition. Kind of in the vein of what they did with Friday the 13th in 2020, but they've done it with Mario Bava films. It's got a lot of films in here on Blu-ray that I actually don't own, and one that's kind of coveted for me that I'm trying to get my hands on, and that's the Girl Who Knew Too Much. That goes for a lot of money if you want to buy the individual, let's say for example Arrow video release. It goes for like £30 plus. That's pre-owned on eBay. So I'm very interested in this set, but it is actually a Shout Factory store exclusive. So there's not many of them knocking about through through alternative import sellers and eBay at the moment. I may pick this up, but I don't know, because all these films are going to be getting 4Ks. I have most of my Mario Bava films on Blu-ray from Arrow Video, with some from different labels as well. I have Black Sundown 4K already. I'm very tempted to sell that and get the Shout Factory though. But I'm a bit on the fence about getting this. If I can get it eventually at an okay price, I may pick it up. But they're all coming out on 4K anyway, and like I can't wait to get films like A Bay of Blood on 4K, and even like Black Sabbath would make a phenomenal 4K. You know, that's another really good one. It's an anthology. It's got some great segments. Yeah, anyway, I've spent time looking on this for long enough. Let's head over to Indicator Powerhouse. And one of the particular announcements I'm actually very interested in is the limited edition 4K of Hitchhike. It's starring Franco Nero, Corinne Cleary, and I've wanted to see this for a while. I've never actually watched it. It was on the Italian collection from 88 Films, but obviously Indicator really have got the rights to the 4K. They're releasing a new 4K on the 20th of October 2025. This is a limited edition 4K world premiere. It's the world premiere of the film on 4K. 88 had a Italian collection edition on Blu-ray. That is no longer in print. That is a hard one to get as well. I know the price of it's come down as this 4K has been announced. This will be a purchase for me. I still need to pre-order it. Indicator limited edition 4K special features, new 4K HD restoration from the original negative by Powerhouse Films. So Powerhouse have done the the restoration, which is always good when you get a new release. UHD presentation in Dolby Vision, HDR10 compatible. 2 presentations of the film, Hitchhike, the English language version, and the Auto Stop Rosé Sangue, the Italian language version. Original mono audio commentary with Italian genre film experts Eugenio Eccolani and Marcus Stigleger. Excuse my pronunciation there, because I'm trying to be quick as well. Interview with first assistant director Neri Parenti, and loads of other features. Image gallery, promotional and publicity material. New and improved English translation subtitles for the Italian soundtrack. New and improved English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing for the English language soundtrack. Excuse me. Limited edition exclusive 80-page book with new essays, archival profile of director Pascal Festa Campanale, extracts from archival interviews with screenwriter Ottavio Gemma, composer Ennio Morricone. So Ennio Morricone did the music. That's always interesting. Limited edition of 5,000 individually numbered units, 4,000 4Ks and 1,000 Blu-rays. So there is a limited edition Blu-ray as well, with the new scan on and in the same packaging, but it'll be a Blu-ray 1080p disc, of course. There's 1,000 of those, I believe, and 4,000 of the 4K. So that's interesting. There's the package anyway. It's got the original artwork on, as is normally the case with Indicator. But yeah, it looks great. I can't wait to get this one. I've heard it's a decent film as well, pretty good. I'm looking forward to it. Do we have any specs on the film, really? Any plot synopsis? Not really. It's completely region free as well, including the Blu-ray as far as I get. Yeah. Actually, this one doesn't come with a Blu-ray, so you get your Blu-ray. If you want to get the Blu-ray set, you'll have to buy the Blu-ray set separately. But the 4K, of course, is region-free, certification 18. So have a quick look at the Blu-ray before we leave. So the Blu-ray is actually a bit cheaper at 21. That's £6 cheaper. I'll get the 4K of this though. But you get your new 4K restoration on the Blu-ray disc, same special features, certification 18 again, and the Blu-ray is region-free as well. So your actual Blu-ray edition is completely region-free from Indicator, which is great. There's some other interesting stuff coming out from Indicator as well. Plot of Fear. This looks like it'd be a... No, it's not Jean Roland. I thought it'd be a Jean Roland movie. It's a Giallo, Plot of Fear. Might have to have a look at that. Not too sure what it's about. Looks interesting though. I haven't picked up any Indicator stuff for a while. I'm going to get the Perfume of the Lady in Black, because that was another one that I missed on the 88 Films Italian Collection Blu-ray. You know, I missed out on the Italian Collection Blu-ray, so I'm interested in this 4K. This one is also $27.99. Yeah, it looks cool. It's a nightmarish giallo from 1974. So the synopsis states. But yeah, some really cool stuff coming out from Indicator. You've got Death Carries a Cane, more giallo action. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get Hitchhike. I'll definitely get The Perfume of the Lady in Black, because there are two movies I've been waiting a long time to actually see. Death Carries a Cane is one I would look at. Let's see if they've got any other stuff. And that's about most of the new stuff from Indicator. There's some US releases there. And yeah. So, you know, takeaways from this video, like Daughters of Darkness, I would recommend. It's, like I say, don't expect an absolute, like, high energy, like balls to the wall, gory, vampiric film. It's a very kind of more subtle, like drama based kind of like 70s vampire film, but it does have, you know, it has its moments. Like there is like some moments in there, and it's an interesting one, but it's a little bit more on the subtle side. You know, it's a good one though. I did like Daughters of Darkness. I'm like, that's why I pre-ordered it. And Hitchhike, can't wait to get my hands on that. Black Sunday from Scream Factory, very interested in that. We will head over to 88 Films now. So I need to head over to there. 88. No, not 99. I don't know who 99 Films are. So let's have a look on the 88 Film store, because they also had a plethora of new release, you know, new announcements. So here's some of the stuff that I've already spoken about. You got Rats, which was out this week. There's the 4K limited edition. It's gone down from 35 to 30. I paid 35 off HMV. That's a deluxe limited edition with the 4K UHD Blu-ray, both discs, and that is the Italian collection number 46. Neither the Sea Nor the Sand. I'd like to pick that one up at some point. They've got a DVD and a Blu-ray of that. Cannibal Man, I recently watched last night. I'll give you my thoughts of that on a latest watches video, so hold on to that. But I did pick up Cannibal Man. I Am Frigid, Why? The French collection, so they're doing a bunch of these kind of like naughty French movies, you know, erotica and things like that. Not too interested myself. I mean, I do like some of those type of movies, but I'd rather watch like a good giallo that just has some nudity and, you know, beautiful naked women sprinkled in throughout. I don't necessarily need a full-on like erotic film, but I do like to see a nice bit of nudity with the ladies in some of the giallos and things like that. Rather, you know, some beautiful women. But I think I don't think I'd be too interested in things like naked sex from the French collection. But still, it's cool that 88 are doing these. There's a Species limited edition. I don't know if they'll have their new announcements on here, because sometimes 88 take a little while to actually get their new announcements onto their site. So we don't want to... coming soon. Let's have a look. See if we can... Okay, I don't think they've got their latest. No, they haven't. So I'm going to have to... I'm going to head over to Zavi. I could have gone HMV. Let's check out Zavi, guys, because they have a good... Because 88 have announced The Town That Dreaded Sundown on the Slasher Classics collection line, which I'm very interested in. But I have the Eureka, so I won't be getting it. I think it's an interesting release. I just won't be buying it myself. So let's check out some pre-orders. Like, you got Megan 2 coming out, Freaky Tales 4K UHD Collector's Edition, the Sean Connery Bond films all getting individual releases at $19.99 on 4K each. Master and Commander, not too interested in that one. Trick or Treat getting an Steelbook, 4K Steelbook. Altered States, I have this on Blu-ray, but I've never watched it. I'm very interested in getting this 4K because I can just sell my Blu-ray, which is still actually sealed. So, Altered States 4K and Blu-ray coming out from the Criterion Collection, 27th of October. That's an interesting release right there. Never seen the film myself. It's meant to be a weird kind of... Is it like a horror science fiction kind of mix? Like kind of thing. Lilo and Stitch, the live action film, coming to 4K. That's a steelbook. Of course, Nightmare on Elm Street. This is the standard collection. I've ordered the steelbook set, but this looks nice. I love the cover. Well, I say I love the cover. I do like the cover. Sorry, I was exaggerating a little bit there. I like the cover. This is the 7-film collection, 1 to New Nightmare. And yeah, I think they've done a good job with the cover. It's expected. It's a very basic image of Freddy. I mean, we've even seen that on some of the previous like DVD box sets, and I'm sure I've seen that picture. I've seen the picture, that's for sure. But I love the red tint. They've made it all red tinted, and it looks rather nice. It's an expected cover, quite predictable and safe. But it looks good, like I will say that. And that's $99.99, 27th of October. That's your standard Nightmare on Elm Street 1 to 7 collection. Obviously, we're getting the steelbook as well. Bride of Frankenstein getting a 4K UHD steelbook. That's $29.99. I wouldn't mind seeing The Naked Gun with Liam Neeson in it. It does look quite good, actually. Who's the director? Is it like a Seth MacFarlane film or something? Pamela Anderson's even in it. Yeah, this looks kind of fun. I wouldn't mind seeing that. It's been years since I've seen the original Leslie Nielsen films, but yeah, I would have a look at that. That won't be out on 4K for a while though. The Man in Black from Hammer, that's coming on 4K. That's $34.99. The Conjuring coming to 4K. I've actually pre-ordered the set, which was a little bit more costlier, but it comes with a nice box. This is the steelbook for The Conjuring on 4K. Can't wait to see The Conjuring on 4K. Such a good possession, haunted house film. Awesome stuff. Can't wait to see that on 4K. That's the individual steelbook for $29.99, and that's out on the 25th of August. So in a few weeks there. Monty Python and the Holy Grail coming to 4K in a steelbook for $34.99. I'm trying to find these new 88. I might have to just... Sorcerer I'm interested in getting from Criterion on 4K. Criterion putting out some interesting ones like in October as well with Sorcerer and Altered States. Here we go. Here's The Town That Dreaded Sundown. So The Town That Dreaded Sundown, it's not a bad film. I don't think it's one of the best slashers out there, but it's got kind of a good like small town feel to it. You know, it's set in a small American town, and it's about this killer basically who's like tormented the town for decades, and then it kind of goes quiet and he kind of re-emerges, and it's one of these kind of killers. That's the look of him with the kind of sack over his head. He doesn't look as good as Sackhead Jason though, I will say that. But anyway, that's the look of the killer, and he kind of like, you know, when couples are like making out in a secluded area in their vehicle, he'll kind of pop up and wreck the day and ruin their fun. That's the kind of killer that is. But The Town That Dreaded Sundown is number 57 on the 88 Film Slasher Classics collection. I have a Eureka edition, which I'll probably stick with, but I'm interested in this. I don't know, I do like getting these slasher classics. They've also announced SS Experiment Camp, which I would like to see. I think I will get this one. This is a 4K for $24.99, including the Blu-ray. Obviously, they did the Blu-ray. You can get a Blu-ray of this, but I am interested maybe in the 4K of that. I don't know. I might even just go and get the Blu-ray cheap because they'll be coming down on eBay now that SS Experiment Camp 4K has been announced. All the 88 Blu-rays will be going down in price. Like, knock it down. Let's get rid of it to upgrade to the 4K. Baby Blood coming from on Blu-ray $14.99 from Studio Canal Cult Classics. Prey. I have never heard of this movie, but it looks super interesting. Everyone's favourite Britsploitation director Norman J. Warren. I've seen a few of his films. I think that film The Terror, that Indicator release, that's kind of a slightly likened to a Suspiria ripoff. Is Norman J. Warren right? I could be wrong there. Sci-fi shocker from 1977. Young female lovers are disturbed when a shape-shifting alien crashes into their lives and makes their house his home. What deadly extraterrestrial intentions does this out-of-this-world visitor hide from them? Is he there to observe and study them as some sort of alien anthropologist, or has he more dangerous intentions? Low in budget but high in concept. Prey is a prime example of Warren's style, containing plenty of flesh and bloody low budget shenanigans. This looks cool, just going off the cover. Maybe the film's not that great. I've never actually seen it. This is Prey and it's from 1977. Let's have a little zoom in on the cover because the cover looks super nice. Yeah, I love these kind of collages of all the like monsters and characters and things. Oh wow. Yeah, that does look like a cool edition. That's $16.99. I may have to get this one. Not pre-ordered it yet. I don't know if it's one I'll pre-order. It's probably just one I'll pick up when it's released because I can't see it selling out. And even if it does, you'll get a standard release without the slipcover. Uncle Sam coming to the Slasher Classics collection. I've watched this film. I had the Blue Underground release. I didn't like it. I thought this was... I love low budget movies and bad movies to some degree, but I just thought this was just low budget and crap and bad. I did not enjoy this. There wasn't even that much like good like slasher action in it. It is a certificate 18. I have to admit I can't remember everything about it. Regardless though, it's getting a release over here. It's from 1996. That's Uncle Sam coming to the Slasher Classics collection. It's number 58. An interesting release. It's just I did not like the film at all when I watched it. Yeah. That's about it really. So I would say if I had to recommend one of these upcoming releases, I'll personally say Daughters of Darkness is the most interesting one. Obviously there's other cool releases coming out around October, September in spooky season. I've already covered some of them on these type of videos, like we're getting Martyrs, Return of the Living Dead from Arrow, In the Mouth of Madness from Arrow. Again, I've pre-ordered Martyrs on 4K. I've never seen that film as well. I can't wait. And there's most of as well. You got the Nightmare on Elm Street 1 to 7 sets coming out, the Steelbook set and the standard, but yeah, loads of cool things coming out. That was just me just rambling anyway, just talking about some of the latest releases. I'll be back with some more videos. Thanks for if you've watched and had a look. Thanks for watching, and if you want to leave a comment, let me know which which upcoming release you're most excited for. There's several I'm really excited about. I even pre-ordered Spawn because I really want to watch it again, and I thought, why not get the Arrow set on 4K and watch it in the best possible presentation. Can't remember the film too much, but yeah, I went for it. But yeah, some interesting stuff coming out nonetheless. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.